Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sample Sunday. I am still at the edge. I am on Garvey. What's this Main Street? April 23rd. Oh, April 23rd is gone. So I am on Garvey. Hoping I'll stay on the right street. I'm going to go to Monterey Park. Sometimes these streets are really weird. Garvey actually starts in El Monte, but it's about to drive, and hopefully I'm going the right way. It actually runs out, it turns into another street. Okay, my bearings seem to be okay. Mountain View and Garvey, all these shopping malls on the left and right side of me. I'll call them big strip malls. Streets still are a little bumpy here and there. There's an old motel, the Bronx Inn and Suites, very old. Napa Auto Parts, Hertz, El Rey. Plenty of vacant land on both sides. Meeker Street. Used car lots and car lots. There are your apartment buildings on the main street here. Look like they're fairly new. They've probably been there a couple of years, maybe. Peck Road. It's funny how some of these streets turn. You could easily get lost if you don't even know the foundation of how these streets run in California, especially Los Angeles County and the other counties for that matter. There's cars, vans, auto repair place. Oh, just some kind of new apartments to the left. It could have been a year since I've been here. I say months. Taco Bell, churches across the street, another used car lot. I noticed that on Garvey, there's a lot of car lots. True Value Hardware Store, Rita Snitzel, Fruit. There's another Alberto Mexican food drive-through. So we're in still parts of El Monte on Garvey. So we was downtown yesterday. I said Saturday. So this is sample Sunday. Another sample of the same city on a different street, going into another city. And I'm glad it's a Sunday morning. I wanted to get up earlier. I had to make breakfast again. Pretty much the same thing. I want to stay in the center lane. I don't like no one driving behind me. King Taco. Oh, there's a King Taco on Garvey too. Never really paid any attention. Garvey Plaza. Says the motel to my right. Jim's Burgers on Central Avenue in Garvey. There is bus transportation. Someone setting up another street food stand. This street takes you all the way to downtown. It does change names, but it pretty much takes you all the way downtown to the, I would say, toward, I think past City Hall at least. And parts of East LA. Definitely parts of East LA. The buses on Valley and the buses on Garvey still go to parts of East LA into downtown. One thing about this area is always car lots. Mostly used car lots. Pretty wide street. They got a lot of closed businesses. The businesses that used to be there are not there now. I think this area is always a changing area. A lot of Hispanic and also Asian influences. McDonald's, of course, another motel, another car lot on the corner. Okay, we're gonna go across Rosemead. Of course, Rosemead goes into East Pasadena as well as Rosemead. We're gonna go across, look like this red Rosemead. I'm calling it the river. I guess you can call it the LA River. LA. So now we're in the city of Rosemead, just like that. Garvey Community Center. Lots of malls on the street corners and restaurants. Lots and lots of small restaurant, fish market. If you were to get up early morning, you definitely could jog on this street, especially on a Sunday morning like this. People still are driving a little bit fast. Hey, we all got somewhere to go. Self-storage. Like some kind of new building going up to the right here. Very nice big street. Oh, that looked like to the left, looked like something new. A new building. Whole Beans Supermarket, Pharmacy. San Gabriel Boulevard. You creep up. Of course, you got your Starbucks over there across the street. Asian restaurant on the opposite side. Lumen VIP Restaurant. Well, that's a big field over here to my right. They still haven't built nothing here. Kind of reminds me of something that was there. With a fence like that, it could have been a bunch of horses and stables, never done anything about it. But evidently, there must have been some building there. I'm surprised it's still vacant. No one has bought it to build up any apartments. You can build up these brand new expensive apartments anywhere now, because that's what they're doing. Okay, they got this fenced off here on the corner of Del Mar and Garvey to my right, but don't see nothing going on there. But there's some new housing construction. Of course, when you go into the neighborhoods, that's when you see some beautiful homes or some very old home. So it's weird how you're actually in Rosemead. So that means Rosemead is kind of like bigger than what you think. All these cities are bigger than what you think, as I always say, because they jut in and out of one another. If you had a map, you can see. But just like I say, you have to know the streets in and around this area real well. Some people don't meander out of their city much. They just go do what they got to do. They know the path to where they got to go. In case McDonald's is still here. So a very small change has been happening. There's still plenty of fields where they can build. The 7-Eleven is still over here on New Avenue and Garvey. So now New Avenue, it does say Monterey Park. So it begins somewhere around here, at least on this street. See the early signs. City of Monterey Park, that was the marker right there. This person crossing the lane in the wrong place. There's nobody around, so I guess it's okay, huh? Except for people behind him. Well, the other building said Divine since 1932, so that means that building's been here in El Monte since 1932. What y'all say? Did I say El Monte? Yeah, they're so close together. And Monterey Park. A lots of stores, liquor stores, 7-Eleven, just like almost any city. And this is the official marker of downtown. Welcome downtown Monterey Park. This is the main street. We are going through it. As you can look at some of the buildings and tell that it's almost like a downtown. And it still has vacant lots. Maybe they can have some sort of from back. It looked like there used to be some kind of horse stables there a long time ago, and I think it was. A lot of the history has been torn down. There was a historical building or buildings that I wanted to check out a few years ago when I was first starting out, and the GPS was telling me it was right there, but I really didn't see it, so I'm figuring one of those buildings was what it's supposed to be, and it just says probably a lot there. We're driving to plenty of markets. As always, there's a store that's open. I have been to a couple of places here many years ago. Asian restaurants, very good food. So they're doing sewer construction here at night. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I guess. Yanez Avenue. Pronto Donuts. Garvey Landmark Plaza. I wonder why they call it Landmark Plaza. Maybe it was a landmark some time ago. Chandler. Let me get over to the right. Okay, Atlantic. We're gonna turn here. If we made a left turn here, look like to me they're doing some construction here again. This whole area, this block here is supposed to be historical, and I believe the buildings are not there anymore. It's just landscape. I'm gonna turn here. East LA would be going to my left. I believe that's what East LA College is. Here's American English College. This used to be a mall, I guess it still is. Ocean Star Restaurant, that's still there. They're doing a lot of work over here to my right. We're now on Atlantic, but we're still in Monterey Park. Rouse Market. I think I did Atlantic some time ago. Maybe I should do it again, update. These high rises have always been here a while. Brand new apartments been here at least 10 years. At least. A little bit more than that. They got a theater in here to my right. So all these are most modern, but they've been here at least 10 years. In fact, you can walk through there. It's kind of hard finding a parking place around here because more than likely you have to pay for everything. And these are brand new living quarters to my left. It's funny how they got all the living quarters at the top and they got businesses on the bottom floor. I always wondered about that because that's the way they build things these days. So we're actually leaving Gateway to San Gabriel Valley. just left the city of Monterey Park. But we'll keep driving. Oh, it looks like I'm in Alhambra, coming from a different way, which I already knew. So now we're in Alhambra. So that was Monterey Park. And this is Valley, the same street I was on before. So I said yesterday, but I didn't come down this far. But we're on Atlantic Boulevard now and Valley. We left the Monterey Park area. And you can see everything is as it should be. A lot of nuanced places to go, things to do. City of Alhambra. I think I would be skirting the downtown Alhambra area. I'm not gonna go through there. Been there quite some time. But it's good to get out and small talk. Getting used to this new regime of what I'm trying to set up. There's the Wendy's to my left. We're on Commonwealth Avenue and Atlantic. Atlantic pretty much goes all the way out to Long Beach. I believe I did do that. I went all the way out to Orange County, like close to Long Beach area. But yes, downtown is, if I make a right turn here, would be downtown. New car lot. Alhambra car wash. Of course, this main street connects down to another street like Broadway. If you keep on going, it'll run out towards downtown. Well, we're headed back toward the Pasadena area. You know, I love driving. I don't know how long I'm going to keep driving. Right now, I love to drive. Or I still can. Spanglish Kitchen, huh? That's what this says? Spanglish Kitchen? I pass by here a lot. I ain't know that Spanglish Kitchen. It's a smoke shop, liquor store, florist across the street. Alhambra Road and Alhambra on Atlantic Boulevard. And you can see a bunch of homes or duplexes. and a couple of homes or duplexes that look remodeled. They have a lot of shrubberies for fences. Some manicured, some wild. It still looks nice because they are a natural fence or there's a fence embedded in it. So we're gonna turn here on Garfield the way I've done before, because you can't make no left turn up there, and the other way is quite confusing going into Pasadena because that's my major drive. It's been June gloom in the morning. Sun comes up pretty hot. Like yesterday, it ended up being around 90 degrees, I believe, 91. So it's semi-cool. You can do it. Finally got the light. Turn again on Huntington Drive. Don't want to go up in that area. Even though it says San Marino city limit, I don't want to go up in there. I want to go around. This is where Atlantic Boulevard ends. Garfield Avenue actually ends and starts here too. So you got two streets in one because it's the borderline. Because it's Huntington Drive, Alhambra, I'm turning left on. It's always nice to drive around here when there's hardly no one around, especially early in the morning when there's light. You know about the dark. So just like that, we're in the city of South Pasadena. Even though the highlight was from Monterey Park, I might as well keep on. I like to do the same old drives over and over again. Some people can walk the same old place over and over again. I guess I can do a drive, same old place over and over again. Why not? Fletcher Avenue and Huntington Drive, South Pasadena. You can see there's a lot of duplex apartments. Huntington Drive. Named after Henry Huntington. You have to have train tracks all the way around this place on Huntington Drive. We in South Pasadena proper. Going into Pasadena. Middle school there. Stop. Go. High Life Burgers. Established 1978. I don't know if that's the original, but it says established, so I'm taking it as that's the original one. Maybe they moved down the street, but I guess so. Panda Express. So instead of walking, and I have a lot of territory, I drive. And that's the beauty of, oh, the Rialto to my left got business. Is it a church? It looked like it's something like that. That historical building got the lights on. Remember, I walked past it quite a few times. During the pandemic, it's closed. Looked like it was never going to open. It is a historical place. And I actually see a bunch of people standing around it in a circle talking. So now it's officially open. Fair Oaks Pharmacy to my left. I wonder if that's still a restaurant or it's closed up. But I guess it is. The lights on. We're gonna go there to eat. I guess it's still there. I guess it's mainly a plain old restaurant because you got your Krispy Kreme, coffee bean, tea leaf. Let me get over to the right. That's put me on the freeway. They definitely don't want to get on the freeway. So driving past the War Memorial Building, I remember doing that some time ago. One thing, there is a lot of trees, especially South Pasadena. Old Pasadena Road, Bowl. Same old drive. You still have to watch what you're doing. I know there's some shake on this. The Burger King is still here. Medical building still here. Been to this medical building to the left. We got this New Keg Medicine USC. It took them quite a while to build. It's finally up. And it's right next door to Burger King. They're right next door to Burger King. What a brilliant move. Starbucks. Yeah, it's shaking. And a lot of these devices you use for your car that you can drive without touching, there's always some kind of flaw. And it looks like I see a bunch of homeless in this park again. One of the famous parks of Pasadena, because we're already in Old Town Pasadena. Sample Sunday, 8 a.m. now. At least 7:59. I'm calling it 8 a.m. Into Old Town. Old Town Pasadena. Homeless people with their bikes. I think I'll turn here on Green Street. Left here. I don't want to go back down Green Street. And I won't go down Colorado. Even this corner has changed. Colorado Boulevard, and Morongo. Holly Street. Oh, they blocked off the street. Holly Street. They blocked off part of the street. And I'm going to end it right here at the City Hall of Pasadena. And I'm just gonna stop right here. End the video like I normally do. This is Robert in Shop. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in my next video. More driving videos to come. Pretty sure. These only last so long. They usually get very hot. And that's why the video can go for a while. If it was hot, it would be shutting down. I'll see you in my next video, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Sample Sunday, sampling the same old cities. See if there are any changes, updates. It's typical. Talk to you later.